Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Reagan, and I'm going to be talking to you about the computer science classes we offer at Brebeuf. We actually offer two of them. One is called APCS Principles, the other one's called APCSA, and I'm going to be talking about the similarities and differences of the two different classes and why you may want to take one of them or both of them. So, first of all, a little about myself. My name is Mrs. Reagan. I have 3 kids. I am a former Purdue engineer. I'm in my 3rd year of teaching at Brebeuf, my 11th year of teaching overall. We actually offer 4 different computer sciences classes here at Brebeuf, and I'm going to be talking about 2 of them, which are both 2 of the different AP classes. So, what inspires me? Being a former engineer, worked in the automotive industry, I am hoping to encourage other people to possibly pursue STEM fields. And hopefully, even if computer science is not something you necessarily want to study in college, all right, then maybe the AP principles would be of interest to you. So, the intent of each class. All right, so first of all, the APCS principles class. Computer science is actually way more than just programming. We learn things in the principles class, like how does the internet work? What is the internet? What happens when I send a text to somebody? How can I identify if I'm on a secure website? What are some of the cultural and ethical implications of computing? Teach you how to count in binary. There is programming in there. It is block-based programming. If you've ever done anything like Scratch, it looks something like that. And you actually will be very creative in this class by making your own app. Now the A class, all right, sometimes we call the Java class, it's pure programming, text-based, and basically presented with problems and trying to figure out how you would solve them in Java. So some sample work, all right, this is something that you would be doing in the CS Principles class. It's a rock, paper, scissors app. So let it load here. And you can see what an example work we would be doing in here with the programming part in the principles class. So this is a rock, paper, scissors app. I actually have an app here. And then what the code would look like, I'll show you what that looks like, is here, okay? So you do learn things like functions, methods, if statements, conditionals, and all that, but just in a little bit more friendly environment. Okay, so like I said, block-based programming. Okay, sample work in this class for the Java class, all right? Text-based programming. Here an example what this work looks like. So this is actually a program here written in Java to compute the distance of 2 different locations using their latitude and longitude, and you can see what this looks like. Don't worry, by the end of this class, this code will make sense to you, all right? Learning what all these things do. Okay, so target audience for the A class. If you want to pursue a career in engineering or computer science, I highly recommend taking it. Usually I have older students, junior seniors who did well in Algebra 2. If you just want to learn how to program, there is no programming prerequisite, but it's probably encouraged to do it. And usually if you want to be studying some sort of tech field and colleges see that it's offered at your school, I would probably highly recommend you take the class. Now, the CS Principles class, we call this kind of the computer science class for everyone. It is not intended just for CS majors or STEM majors. Why would you want to take it then? To learn more about computer science. I always say you use this stuff every day. Why not learn more about it? Okay, so the Principles class here is based upon different big ideas. You get to be very creative in this class with the app that you write. However, we do talk about these different topics like data storage, algorithms, which are basically giving directions to a computer, and really like the impact computing. How does this affect society having computers now? All right, the A class, like I said, everything here is taught within the context of learning Java, and you can see here some of the different topics that we start with. So learning Booleans, if statements, repeating things over again, using an array. Okay, now can you take both? Absolutely. It's not required. I would say if you do take both, probably take CS Principles first. Exam differences. Here's where they majorly differ. Okay, so the Principles class, it's a little bit different AP class where 30% of your AP score, your 1 through 5 score, is actually done during class time. You're writing an app. I give you class time to do it. And like I said, it's in an app lab, use block-based programming. 70% of your score will be more traditional AP-like, where you have 70 multiple choice questions and getting 2 hours to do it. Now the A class, the Java class, is more of a traditional AP exam where it's divided up in 2 different sections. You have 40 multiple choice questions, and then you actually have 4 free response questions where you are giving a particular scenario or problem to solve, and then you're going to be writing by hand. You're actually not compiling it on the computer by hand what the solution would be in Java. But like I said, it's not compiled. The whole exam is on paper. Okay, classroom expectations. Both will have homework. Both move at a pretty quick pace. I always say to all my students, keep up with your homework. Those who do the best, keep up with their work. Expectations, you want to be here. I want you to be there, and hopefully you want to be there also. Typically how it works is I'll kind of introduce a topic at the beginning of class, give you guys some class time to work on it. But I give you that class time. If you have questions of me, of other classmates, you can do that. Okay, so that's kind of interesting here. Growth in these classes. So these are all of the AP CS classes offered, all right, starting back in 2007 up until now. And Principles is actually a fairly new AP class. It wasn't launched until 2017. You can see kind of like, fairly not too much growth here going on in total CS class, AP classes taken, but once the Principles classes launch, huge growth, all right, and definitely more growth in females taking this class once the Principles class is launched. Similarly, with the APA class, once again, showing the total number of CS AP class tests taken here, that once the Principles class is launched, way more diversity in the classes, way more, which is really one of the main goals of having launched that class. So I want to leave you here with this final thought, that even if you think you are not ready to take one of these classes, please consider them. Try taking one of them. Come see me if you have any questions about any of these things. I love this quote. Like I said, my name is Mrs. Reagin. I'm down in 121. And any further questions, come see me. Thank you.